Hey guys, and welcome back to another movie discussion. This time we chose a movie that Jasmine and I both love. It is a movie that I cannot tell you how many times I watched as a kid. It's definitely up there in my top 20 somewhere, I would say. And that movie is Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
One of the best movies ever.
So what is your history with this movie or the Terminator series as a whole?
Well, I actually saw Terminator 2 before I saw the first one.
Same.
I'll be back.
I saw it as a little kid, and while I didn't understand everything, sometimes I had to kind of ask my mom what was going on, but she'd explain it to me, and Terminator just, I don't know, spoke to me. He was one of my favorite characters after that. I even had a Terminator sleeping bag. I think I was the only, kindergarten little girl who had a Terminator sleeping bag.
But you are a Terminator, right?
Yes. Cyberdyne Systems Model 101.
Yeah, going back to the first movie, like I said, I did watch the second one before I saw the first one. The first one it's not bad, it's more of a thriller, I would say. It's more Arnold Terminator actually being somewhat scary.
Yeah.
And then the second one is more of an action movie. I know you've never seen the Alien movies, but it's kind of like the first Alien is more of like a horror thriller, and the second Aliens is more of a action movie.
Get away from her, you bitch!
So is this your favorite Arnold movie?
Absolutely.
So nothing's close to it?
Not at all. I think it's a combination of nostalgia, this being the first movie that I saw him in, and just the fact that it's just an awesome movie. It's an absolute classic.
This is definitely my favorite James Cameron movie. I know a lot of people like Aliens, which I can't really fault them with. Aliens is a good movie. Titanic, okay. I didn't really care for Avatar.
I swear, you're the only person in the world who wasn't just amazed by Avatar.
I was just like, whatever, I didn't hate it, but I didn't see the sequel. I just don't care. But yeah, I would say this is my favorite James Cameron movie, and then it's probably my favorite Arnold movie. It's either that or Predator.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
So the thing with the first movie, obviously, is Arnold comes back, tries to kill Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor, and that's the whole plot. And then for the second one, we get a twist where Arnold comes back to protect John Connor.
My mission is to protect you.
Yeah? Who sent you?
You did.
What do you think about Edward Furlong in this movie?
I think he was the perfect choice. I couldn't see anyone else playing John. I think he did a great job with it.
Okay, time out! Stop the bike! Time out! Come on, stop the bike!
Yeah, I like how, because in the movie he lives with his foster parents, and he never really had a father figure.
Yeah.
And the whole movie is kind of that relationship between John Connor and his pet Terminator, essentially.
Yes! Cool. Well, Terminator.
It's a really good relationship. Arnold and Edward Furlong sold it. I thought it was great, and then you had Sarah Connor coming in the mix, and you kind of had this weird family dynamic in a way.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because people are unpredictable, but a robot, they only do what they were programmed to do and what you tell them to do. They can't leave you or betray you in any way because that's not how they're programmed. They literally can't.
Yeah, I like how when he tells him not to, when Edwin Furlong tells him not to kill anyone, he's like, why? Because you'll hurt people. Why? So we get some Terminator on Terminator action.
That sounds so dirty.
Shit.
Get down.
But yeah, the enemy Terminator, the liquid metal Terminator, such a great villain.
Absolutely. He has this way of just being menacing while not being either over the top or he doesn't have to be loud, like his presence is just felt.
Yeah. So have you seen any of the other Terminator movies?
I saw the first one. I didn't get a chance to see the third one.
Oh, the third one. Don't even get me started. John Connor is like an alcoholic. Arnold Schwarzenegger goes into like a Chippendales thing at the beginning, kind of redoing maybe the beginning of the second one. And then there was, which I think was Terminator Genesis, where John Connor is the bad guy, and he turns into one of those like liquid metal Terminators or something like that. And he actually I remember I watched that movie, and what do you mean John Connor's the bad guy?
Well, how could they turn a person into a Terminator?
Whatever.
Especially one of those liquid metal ones. Are you sure he wasn't just like mimicking him?
No, John Connor was the bad guy, Terminator.
Huh. That is so weird.
But as far as like this movie being like, an action movie and that kind of thing, are you like a fan of action movies at all?
Not usually. I've seen some here and there when people would drag me to the movies for things that they wanted to see, and ended up liking things, liking the movie more than I thought I would. But for the most part, I don't really gravitate towards action movies.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
But there's just something about T2.
Yeah.
There's something about, like just like the chase scenes and how Arnold like reloads it, like flipping the shotgun when he reloads it. Oh, so good. This is one of those movies where like I do not get bored at all. Like it's 2 hours and 15 minutes long, but like it doesn't feel like it. It's just, I don't know, maybe that's just me.
Yeah, and I find it amazing that for a movie with so many bullets flying in every other scene, how few people actually died in this movie.
I think more people died of like his like blade hands or arms than anything else. Foster mom.
Well, it wasn't really the foster mom.
Yeah. And yeah, and like I said, that's another interesting twist on, he can mimic, as you said, he can mimic people. And he tries to do his best to manipulate, and he just wants to get what he needs to get done. For like a large chunk in the middle there, like maybe for like 45 minutes, he wasn't even in the movie. I think like when they go down and get the weapons cache, and then then they meet Miles. So which Arnold catchphrase in this movie is your favorite?
Oh my goodness, it's so hard to pick. It's between two of them, and I know this is gonna make me a basic bitch, but it's between "Come with me if you want to live" and "Hasta la vista, baby."
I mean, those are definitely the classics.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I like I'll be back. I'll be back, whatever he says.
Well, he doesn't say that in this one. He says it in the first one.
Well, he does say it.
Stay here. I'll be back.
But did you have a favorite scene in this movie? Like, or like when you think of T2, like is there like maybe 2 or 3 scenes that automatically just play in your mind?
I'd say the very beginning where we see the T-1000 when he first shows up He forms out of the liquid and everything. That and Arnold at the end shooting him like into the molten metal, one arm missing.
I definitely think of the motorcycle, like semi-truck chase. I think of when they're escaping the hospital and when he gets out of the elevator and he starts like freaking out. When she starts freaking out. Definitely the thumbs up at the end. That's like iconic now.
It is, but it's so sad.
Just sad.
Just the imagery makes me want to cry.
I said this movie would probably pop somewhere in my like top 20, maybe. Mm-hmm. So where do you think you would rank it? Like somewhere? Think it'd be in your top 50?
I'd say top 10.
Really?
Yeah.
That high of praise. I would find it difficult for someone to just not like this movie.
Yeah.
It's just, there's just so much going for it. Like I said, it is my favorite James Cameron movie. It's probably like the only one I rewatch every year or so, maybe. I mean, let me wrong, Aliens was good. But to me, T2 is just...
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
It's just everything I want out of an action movie.
Yeah.
It's like, there's some down periods, but like, it's not just nonsense stupidity car chases. Like, there's actually stakes involved. Even like the gunfights have some substance. Like, when Edward Furlong or John Connor doesn't want him to kill people. So he literally he shoots all the police cars. He wants to get them to learn about what it's like to be human. And that's a big theme too, about, humanity and, this sentient machine trying to learn what it's like to be something he's not, because he asks about like human emotions. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this movie.
Yeah, there's so many things to think about. So many themes that it touches upon that I feel like every time I watch it, I even to this day, I see something new. I get something more out of it.
It's just one of those things where repeat viewings can make it better.
Definitely.
Yeah, I watched this movie on VHS so much as a little kid. The pacing, just the dialogue, the structure, just the character, everything, like just when they first meet, just everything in this movie is just, it just works.
What's wrong with your eyes?
Nothing.
No, nothing really felt contrived to me. Nothing really jumped out at me as like, oh, that's just happened. Get the plot moving. This is not a movie where you'll find yourself be bored.
Absolutely not. They don't ever give you a chance to be bored. You're always feeling something.
It's like I know there's some art house people out there, and like I like my artsy movies here and there too. Don't get me wrong, but this is like a mainstream studio movie that is of quality. It's an action movie.
Yeah. See, that's why I know it's a cliche for older people to be like, no, things were better back in my day. But honestly, I think this is why the last era of good movies was the 90s.
They just don't make them like this anymore.
Yeah.
I can't even think of the last good action movie I saw. What, the Expendables?
Let's get down to business.
Fuck that. Oh, maybe we can go watch The Meg or something. No, is that an action? I don't know. It's supposed to be like some kind of
It's a giant shark.
a horror comedy. I don't know. But yeah, action movies, like, they just don't excite me really much anymore. And yeah, I'll always have T2.
Well, I mean, action movies nowadays, it's just, the Fast and the Furious 25.
Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh, Vin Diesel, enough.
Then we'll get Mission Impossible Part 37.
Oh my gosh, it is a part 1. Oh my gosh. Look, I've never seen the Mission Impossible movies. One, I don't know about you. Just like side note, I'm not really a big Tom Cruise fan.
I could take him or leave him. He's a good actor, but I don't know. Like, I don't really like him as a person. So it's not like I look for him in movies.
He's not a selling point for me.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Like, I'm not saying Tom Cruise is a terrible actor or anything. He's just not a selling point.
What about Interview with the Vampire?
You're going to hate me. I've never seen it.
Oh my God. It's coming.
Selection series.
Yep.
Isn't Brad Pitt in that movie too?
Yeah. And Kirsten Dunst. And Antonio Banderas.
I don't know. I think his best role is Puss in Boots. I don't know about it.
Puss in Boots.
So now is that time where we go into our ratings. Jasmine, out of 10 with 5 being the average, what would you rate this movie?
9.
9?
Yes.
I think I'd go 9.5.
Okay.
It's up there. It's not perfect, but the only reason I go to that 0.5 is because it took everything that made the first one great and did it better. Like it's like Empire Strikes Back. You know, it took the first movie, made it better.
The sequel's supposed to do.
But yeah, I'm gonna go 9.5.
Okay.
Like I said, to get that perfect 10 rating for me, there's only a few movies I would hold to that regard, but damn it, T2 is close.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, that was Terminator 2 Judgment Day. If you have a movie you'd like us to discuss in the future, please leave a comment down below. Other than that, I'm Kyle.
I'm Jasmine.
All right, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.
Over and out.
Hasta la vista, baby.